Mayday, mayday. Please proceed for further information.
Hi, my name is SVRCINA. I'm so happy to be joining Radioactive Magazine, and I'm really thrilled to answer some great questions. Thank you so much for having me. I'm originally from Dearborn, Michigan, and based in Nashville, Tennessee. Nashville has been home for a little over 10 years, and it's been quite a fascinating and interesting journey. I started music and the artist journey pretty young. I was originally singing and performing country music and signed a publishing deal with a music publisher here in Nashville at 13 years old. My family moved the next year, and it's been definitely a huge growing learning journey. I have changed a lot, of course, as a person and as an artist. So I do pop music. If I had to describe my music in 3 words, it would be alternative, pop, and ethereal. It's been such an awesome time just getting to meet new people, collaborate. I started taking writing trips in about 2015, 2016 to Los Angeles, and then expanded the territory to London and Germany, and had the opportunity to live in Berlin for 3 months, which totally changed my life and opened my perspective creatively. So I love the creative community. I love people so much and culture, and everywhere that I go and every interaction that I've had, all of it is fair game for inspiration and has contributed to who I am as a person and also as an artist. This is a fun question, and I'm excited because it's pretty recent. So something that I started doing this year in 2020, starting in the spring, I release music every couple weeks or so. And so I had this idea to open a phone line on release days to where people can call, and I will be on the other phone answering the phone line. Just have a conversation with people that have been following my music and enjoy listening to my music, and just have a real heart-to-heart connection with others. So we'll have like a 15-20 minute conversation. It is really wonderful. And so a memorable reaction to someone that had listened to my music, there was actually a friend that I connected with initially on Instagram, and he called the phone line from Kuwait during the time of COVID, and so it was really cool to get a chance to talk to him. And he gave me actually a really awesome suggestion to do a mashup with 2 of my songs, a song called Flowers and a song called Run Away With You. So he plays the piano and is a beautiful piano player. And so he asked me if he could share this idea with me to do this like song mashup. So literally over the phone, while we were talking, he hopped on the piano and shared with me his idea. So I was so inspired by that, and it was like a genuinely really awesome idea, and just the wonderful gift of getting to connect with somebody in another country, and also knowing that this season in our world has been really heavy and really challenging. It was really special to get to connect because of creativity and because of music. And he also shared something with me that I learned from and was so grateful for that. So that definitely sticks out as a memorable moment. Okay, so without giving too much away, because I do believe that I will incorporate this in some form or fashion in the semi-near future. It's kind of a joke between my manager and I, but when we first started working together, I mean, more and more so, I am a pretty passionate, creative visionary as far as like projecting and setting a direction of like where I feel like artistically we're going. And so I had put together a document for my manager called 444, and it was each 4 represented. It was like 4 songs with some other things. And I'm like hesitant to say it because I feel like it would be a surprise. But, and so, yes, that is a project in some form that I still dream about, that I would love to implement in the future. So, it would be a collaboration though. So collaboration is my favorite word in the entire dictionary forever. So my music, yes, has been featured in some pretty crazy cool shows, and I'm so grateful. My manager, Wendy Duffy, has a company called Resonate Music that places music in, works with clients that place music in film and television, so sync licensing. And I will say, I must confess that I don't watch a ton of TV, so I generally don't watch the episodes themselves when my music is in a show, but I, as much as possible, will watch the spot. A couple people, like if they watch the show that I know, will have like messaged me or text me and say, oh my God, I heard your song on like so-and-so show, or this ad, I heard your voice. And seriously, it feels surreal. I don't even know what to do with myself. It's like, it's just so crazy. And I get very overwhelmed and super grateful for the opportunity. And then I get so excited because I'm like, oh my gosh, there were so many people that were a part of each piece, and so many people that it took for something like that to even happen. So I get very excited that like there was so much hard work that was invested for something like that to come to life. So I am thrilled to say that I just released my first full-length album called Elysian Fields. So that is floating out in the airwaves, and we're constantly like I'm working with an independent team, and we are constantly creating. And so there are some really exciting collaborations that are coming up. Christmas time is around the corner in 2020. And so there's a collaboration in the Christmas vibe. So there's definitely, the queue is pretty full with content, and I'm continuing to write for what the next project would be. Not sure when that would be actually released, but I'm really thrilled to have a couple collaborations coming up in the end of 2020 / early 2021. So there's definitely more things coming. Thank you so much for having me.
Mayday, mayday. Please proceed for further information.